What is up, family? It is your boy Bryson Gray, and I think this video is going to be pretty exciting. But first off, if you want cool shirts, because I have the best merch and the best hoodies. If you want stuff like this, BrysonCreates2.com, obviously. Now let's get into the video. If you're watching this, it has to be Wednesday, which means in 2 days I will be releasing my next album. That album is called Lion Music. Why is it called Lion Music? Because unfortunately it isn't for the soft betas, weird liberals like Hassan Piker and the people that work for the Young Turks and people like that. This music is for the God-fearing, Bible-following, conservative-believing people, which are the lions. And it's based on, obviously, Proverbs 28:1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as lions, and we gotta be bold. I let other people executive produce my album. And if you wanna know what I mean by executive produce, I mean choose the songs that go on the album. And I know you're thinking, Bryson, how could you do such a thing? Well, I make a lot of music. And I don't think people understand how much music I make. I literally think God made me to make music. Like, this is just what I do. And I had like 45 songs sitting around. So I went through the songs, and then I chose my favorite 25. And I tossed a couple extra on there and put them in a folder. And I said, I'm gonna send these 27 songs to 15 different people, or 14 different people excluding me, and have them choose their top 10. Like, which 10 from these do you think would be good? I send it to all different types of people. I sent it to people like Nick Fuentes. I sent it to like people like DC Capital. I sent it to my producer Don. I even sent it to liberals, like a girl named Bella I know from Discord. I sent it to my dad, my sister, my girlfriend. I sent it to so many people. I even sent it to one of my friends named Suni. And the reason I chose these people, because everybody have different perspectives. Everybody listens to different type of music. And I wanted to know if I could make an album that no matter what type of rap music you listen to, you could enjoy this album. Can I make the perfect album? Which I will play you a few of these clips now.
Okay. I don't know if I need to introduce myself, but I'm Bella and I'm a liberal. I'm more left-leaning than anything. After listening to all of the songs, I would probably say my top 10 are Against All Odds, Bedside, Offended Everyone, or Everybody, Homophobic, I Don't Care, Proud Straight American, Right-Wing Propaganda, New Creature, Milk, and Lift His Name. I feel like these are all so different in like vibes of songs, but at the same time, just like you can rock out to them, even though like, I don't know, the words I don't necessarily agree with, but we obviously have very opposing views, but um, they're a vibe. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it gives like one side of like a little bit like softer tones to it, and then like the ones like homophobic or like and proud straight American, like those gave a little bit more like up and like hype vibes. Good job, Bryson.
Hey, what's up, bro? I just wanted to give you my top 12 songs because I would want this to be a 12-track album. My list goes Biggest Flex Intro, Fed Up, I Am Hip Hop, Right Wing Propaganda, Come and Find Out, Be My Peace, Still Over, Sorry, So Many Ops, Angel Time, and Against All Odds, or either Against All Odds or Persecuted or Blessed. All of them kind of fit this dark kind of line music aesthetic. It's like they all, like the sound, not the aesthetic, the sound, like they all kind of cohesively move into each other and sound great. So yeah, that's my track list. That's what I think the Lion Music album should be.
Well, this is probably my favorite project by Bryson Gray. I think it really represents the fulfillment of all of his previous work, both stylistically and thematically. I feel like initially Bryson was sort of typecast as a MAGA rapper, and the music was very political. The first song that I ever heard by Bryson was Black Not Democrat, and all the songs about the election are about Trump and things like that. And I know that Bryson had an era where all the music was religious and it was focused on Christianity and religion. And for the first time, I feel like this album is not really typecast. I don't think you could call it a MAGA album. I don't think you could call it a Christian album. Although it is both of those things, it really feels like just a rap pop album with Christian and rap themes. And I think it's really the first time that something like that has been produced that's not, you could say, typecast or pigeonholed in a particular way. I think there's a lot of political themes, there's a lot of religious themes, but it feels like the right balance, it's the right amount. And I also think stylistically, this is probably my favorite album. It's got a lot of rapping on it, but I also like that there's some singing. So you could call it a rap album, but there's also pop songs as well. And I like the singing, I like that. I think some of the songs have even a sort of an alternative feel, like the song Dear Bryson Gray. I think that clearly is sort of an homage to Stan, but I also think that the production on that one has more of an alternative sound, which I like a lot. Songs like Bedside, Milk, those are a couple of my favorites on the new project. And again, those are sort of more of a pop feel. There's a little bit more singing on them. So altogether, I think the album is very fresh. It's versatile. The style's versatile. The themes are versatile. I feel like not any of the songs, no two songs on the project sound the same, which I think is really great. I think it's a real testament to Bryson's musical talent. So compared to all the other projects, this is probably my favorite. I think this represents the most full, the most artistically developed and thematically developed project that's been made. And like I said, probably my three favorites, I would say Milk and Dear Bryson Gray and Bedside. I'd say those are my favorites. So great work, excellent album, one of my favorites, and I'll definitely be listening to it.
And so what I did after that is I took everybody's top 10 list. I took all 27 songs, and then I did it by a vote. Whichever songs had the most votes by the group of 15 people, including me, those are the songs that made it. And that's how we came up with this album. Now, one song I added, and the reason why is because I feel like the album needed that Bryson oomph to it, and I feel like the song Zealot was perfect, which is the music video you will see Friday also. And that is how I came up with this album. Physical copies, all of them will be signed. If you want signed physical copies, they will be available on my website, Bryson Gray Music. That will be available Friday. Also, the album should be also available Friday. And I always usually push iTunes, but to compete with the best artists, we need to take over places like Spotify and Apple Music, even though Spotify and Apple Music has banned a few of my songs. We have to compete with the top people if we want to change culture. So please go stream it. Buy it on iTunes. Buy it on Amazon. Stream it on Pandora. Do everything. What are you waiting on? Lion Music will be out Friday. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you love the album. I'm way down. I'm on Angel Time.